Can you guys share with our viewers what you do for a living?
What do you do for a living? I'm Wes Watson. Everybody knows who I am.
Who? What's your name?
Wes Watson.
Inside the house.
We'll talk to you now, bro.
How can I get inside the house for my
Our
dog?
detective is gonna talk to you, alright?
What is this
You wanna
for?
leave her? You wanna leave her yourself with her?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Clinton, can you drive this car to my pad? What's this about?
It's an open case, man.
Oh, that fight thing?
It's an open case.
That's crazy. That guy came and assaulted me.
All right.
You
guys
guys,
speak to a detective now so he can explain.
are they gonna let me go?
Wes Watson, a former convict who survived prison riots and solitary confinement, rose to become America's redemption icon. Through his GP Penitentiary Life channel, where he laid bare the gritty underbelly of prison life, Watson exploded into an internet sensation. Flashy Lamborghinis, million-dollar penthouses, and a jacked physique became the face of an alpha warrior who turned darkness into power. Thousands poured their money and trust into the path he preached. But it was all smoke and mirrors. Those Lumbos rented. The million-dollar penthouse just a backdrop for clout-chasing selfies. His 1,000 life coaching packages, hyped as the key to rebirth, were nothing but a money-sucking scam costing fans millions. The final nail. Watson and his crew orchestrated a gym attack, landing him a prison sentence stretching up to 25 years. From a celebrated redemption story, Wes Watson plummeted straight into the abyss. In a single day he bled over 1 million Instagram followers. A brutal fall for a guy who once seemed untouchable. Every lie, every fake flex was a piece of the puzzle, forming the portrait of a man devoured by ambition. How does someone hailed as a symbol of transformation turn into a pariah? And does Wes Watson really deserve the hate raining down on him? Let's rewind to Wes Watson's early days. A California teen hooked on skateboarding and surfing, living that free-spirited coastal life, but surrounded by temptation. By 14 he dove headfirst into the drug world, not just using, but slinging weed until 2009 when a drug debt-fueled assault landed him a 10-year prison sentence. Those years behind bars could have crushed Wes. But in that darkness he carved out an escape. Hardcore workouts, diving into philosophy books, and building a gritty but unbreakable wall of belief, his most valuable asset, setting the stage for a fresh start once he walked free. That fresh start came when Wes began sharing his story with the world through his GP Penitentiary Life channel. His voice, raw, brutal, yet brimming with resilience, hit hard, offering the real, vibe so many craved, especially for men stuck in a rut. Career flops, family drift, or wrestling with addiction. In Wes, they saw living proof that change was possible, that even a guy who'd lost his way could rise stronger than ever. That connection turned him from an unknown ex-con into a beacon of grit, building a rep that drew a growing army of followers. As that army swelled, Wes saw himself not just as a storyteller but a leader with clout. He didn't stop at inspiring. He redefined himself. No longer just a survivor but a guide. From there he started preaching the alpha male gospel. A hazy mix of masculine dominance, strength, and wealth. Videos with low-angle shots flexing his jacked physique, scenes of gleaming Lamborghinis, and a luxe San Diego penthouse became his manifesto. He'd beaten life. For millions of lost guys, those images were a promise that by following Wes, they too could become the alpha version of themselves. From that spark, his fan base morphed into hardcore devotees. They copied his brutal training regimens, shelled out for his pricey online coaching, and chanted his mantras like personal gospel. To many, Wes wasn't just motivational. He was a role model, a spiritual general for the desperate and dream-chasing. That trust snowballed, turning from inspiration into straight-up dependency. It looked like a story with a Hollywood ending. But that was just the prelude to a bigger tragedy. If Wes Watson's wall of belief was the foundation of his empire, the first betrayal came from that very trust. He hyped his life coaching packages as the golden key to transformation, promising hands-on mentorship drawn from his prison-honed discipline and raw experience. The price tag was steep, $3,000 a month, or $1,500 for those deemed desperate. Yet, countless men emptied their wallets, convinced that sitting at the feet of a guy who'd clawed out of hell would lead them out of their own chaos. But the truth hit like a sucker punch. Wes wasn't personally coaching anyone despite the hype. Hopeful students got pawned off to staff. Sessions were canceled without explanation. And when they demanded clarity or refunds, they got vague promises at best. Many ended up blocked, ghosted entirely as if they never existed. For them, it wasn't just a bad service. It was a knife to the heart of their trust.
I'm gonna share with you my story with Wes. So I had reached out to Wes when I had about 12,000 followers. I was brand new to the game, and I wanted to help monetize my passion for helping others. I wanted to take my game to the next level. So I hit him up. I say, Wes, what's all included? He gives me this big breakdown of all these promises, client acquisition funnels, all this other bullshit. So I send him the 3,000. What do I get in return? An 1,800 calorie meal plan. That's it.
The real pain for his loyal fans wasn't just losing a few grand. It was losing the belief that had once saved them, the faith that Wes, a guy who knew darkness, could guide them to the light. Realizing it was all a hollow shell, many described it as being thrown back into the abyss. They didn't just lose money, they lost drive and dignity for betting on the wrong guy. As despair turned to rage, the backlash erupted across forums. Reddit and X lit up with thousands of comments in days. One user wrote, "Wes Watson's a fraud, fleecing the most vulnerable to flex fancy cars." The hashtag #Watson scam spread like wildfire, racking up tens of thousands of shares. Victims dropped receipts, payment invoices, ignored emails, turning Wes's silence into a wordless confession. Threads detailing their abandonment got upvoted tens of thousands of times, transforming personal gripes into a full-blown outrage movement. Under that pressure, many expected Wes to speak up. An apology, a refund, even a half-ass explanation, anything, could have been a lifeline for his reputation. Instead, he gave them stone-cold silence. No accountability video, no statement, just more clips flaunting Lumbos and penthouses paired with increasingly aggressive preaching. That indifference was like a slap in the face, as if Wes thought ignoring it long enough would make everyone move on. But the public didn't forget. His silence was the spark that made the fire roar hotter. Former students filed class action lawsuits. Payment processors like Stripe clamped down, freezing hundreds of thousands of dollars as chargebacks spiked. In 3 months, Wes's YouTube channel bled hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Dislikes flooded every video, and fraud exposing creators like CoffeeZilla dropped viral analyses millions of views strong, tearing apart the shady coaching empire he'd built. That wasn't all. As the internet dug deeper into the lavish lifestyle, Wes flexed. The truth pissed people off even more. That $30 million San Diego penthouse, a $80,000 a month rental, the rare Bugatti Chiron, his alpha success symbol, a leased flex at $60,000 a month. His so-called alpha empire was just a rented lifestyle, a glitzy facade propping up his overpriced courses. The hypocrisy fueled the fury. Wes didn't just betray his fans financially. He betrayed the very principles he preached. He talked up saving and building lasting wealth, yet burned cash on debt-fueled flexing. The alpha male ideal, once a beacon, was now a laughingstock. Coaching revenue tanked by 70%, financial partners bailed, and the hate showed no signs of cooling. The image of the ultimate alpha cracked wide open, and those cracks, they were just the prelude to an even uglier collapse on the horizon. The peak of Wes Watson's absurdity hit on the 29th of December 2024 at Alvadion Fitness in Miami, a gym he didn't just frequent but co-owned. It all started with a social media taunt in his signature style, publicly daring enemies to face him in a one-on-one to prove his dominance. Hakeem Ibrahim, a towering man Wes mocked as a 7-foot black guy, took the bait and showed up at the gym. But what went down was no fair fight. Surveillance footage later revealed Wes and his crew ambushed Ibrahim the moment he walked in. The brawl dragged on for minutes with multiple attackers piling on, overwhelming Ibrahim until he collapsed. Far from the mano-a-mono Wes hyped, this was a straight-up organized beatdown with Wes leading the charge. The attack didn't just leave Ibrahim battered, face swollen, hair yanked, bruises lingering for weeks. It exposed Wes's unchanged prisonard brutality, the same fists he once used to settle drug debts. His use of the N-word during the assault wasn't just physical pain. It struck at historical wounds, turning a personal beef into a symbol of hate. It sent a chilling message. Anyone daring to challenge Wes's alpha male shtick faced a terrifying reality behind the muscle-bound facade. Ibrahim, initially open to a fair fight, filed a lawsuit after the group assault with weapons, backed fiercely by the community. Wes stayed silent at first, then dropped an Instagram video claiming self-defense. It was self-defense. He could have pulled a gun any time. The excuse was laughably hollow. He bragged, "I'm famous. Everyone knows who I am." Whining about being questioned when he was clearly the victim. Deluded that fame could shield him. In body cam footage with cops, Wes justified neutralizing Ibrahim with extra blows, even threatening, "Next time I'll kill him," while mocking Ibrahim's appearance. Don't wear girly long hair if you don't want to get beat. These recorded words didn't just show his recklessness, they revealed a deep insecurity. Wes fretted over police noting his 5 feet 4 inches height, feared being swatted more than the serious charges, and tried cozying up to cops by saying, "People want to fight me because I'm famous."
They want to get famous off fighting because everyone fights influencers. I'm famous. I don't want to fight anybody. But when they antagonize you, someone kept telling me, Britt, fuck you. I want to fight you. You got to fuck you, then do it.
Dig deeper. And his initial silence wasn't reflection. It was a stalling tactic until public pressure forced a response. But his contradictory defense, denying weapons despite clear footage of belts and weights being used, only spotlighted his dishonesty. A guy preaching positive mindset chose threats and mockery as seen in body cam clips. From trying to dip with a smug, "Oh, you're leaving? Have a nice day," stopped by cops to whining about his height, painting a picture of an influencer crumbling under an oversized ego. His behavior paired with racial slurs and needless aggression showed Wes lacked not just real fighting skills. His full-force kick to Ibrahim's face failed to KO, proving big muscles, zero power, but also the maturity to control the anger he once preached as unbreakable mindset. The internet erupted on X. The footage hit 13 million views in a day with comments like "Wes Watson's a racist thug," "a fake alpha beating someone possibly disabled," sparking thousands of shares, and the hashtag #justice for Hakey. Wes's crisis handling poured gas on the fire. He posted dancing Instagram stories in his rented apartment, denying allegations without apologizing, even mocking Ibrahim on a podcast, turning initial silence into a public attack. This clashed starkly with the mindset coach who vowed to help others overcome struggles, showing Wes cared more about his alpha image than making amends. The lack of sincerity hit Ibrahim harder, who'd only wanted a fair fight, but now pushed for prosecution after the group assault and fueled public outrage. Channels like John Bravo Films with their viral Wes Watson full footage is crazy racking up millions of views, and boycott calls turned Wes into a lightning rod for criticism. Analysis from the video showed his crisis response bragging to cops with I get 90 million messages today. Wasn't just reckless but a delusion of being above the law. In body cam footage, claiming kicks were needed until he got up to fight again while justifying excessive force exposed his contradictions. Ibrahim's statement.
I came up to him and he said he wanted to fight me. So I came to the gym and they jumped me. Two of the guys they're hitting me with a weight, and then he hit with a weighted belt. And they were pulling my hair and they were beating me up.
Was backed by footage crumbling Wes's defense. Comments like he remembers grabbing his phone after the beating and Wes calls that self-defense or what? He misses prison. Why trash his life over something this stupid? Captured the community's disgust at an influencer putting ego over reason. The legal fallout was brutal. Wes was arrested on the 6th of February 2025, charged with felony battery up to 5 years and aggravated battery up to 15 years. Florida's state attorney's office pushed for a 25-year sentence due to his prior record, with the trial stretching to a July 2025 hearing. Dislikes and hate comments buried his channel. But Wes Watson's tragedy didn't end there. By late 2025, with Ibrahim's civil lawsuit still hanging over him like a guillotine, he dove headfirst into fresh chaos, proving his wall of belief was now just a flimsy mask hiding desperation. In September 2025, during a live stream in Miami with Jack Doherty, an influencer notorious for his lavish lifestyle and endless drama, Wes turned a chill night into a public disaster. It kicked off when a young guy approached their table and instead of keeping cool, Wes snapped, barking, "Shut up and walk away. We're filming." And even told his security to slap the kid. Things spiraled fast. One of Wes's crew, already tied to using weights in the prior gym beatdown, stood up and shoved the guy, sparking a heated argument within Wes's own group. Wes turned on his own friend, threatening, "You want to do something? I'll end your life." While the crew screamed at each other on live, the horrifying peak, one of them pulled a knife in a packed restaurant all over a petty live stream spat. Wes, instead of stepping in, just kept eating like it was nothing. Jack Doherty, often slammed for dodging conflict, bolted and looked panicked the whole time. The clip exploded on YouTube and X, racking up millions of views, turning Wes into a social media laughingstock. Viewers piled on. "These are the guys selling life advice. What a joke." The hashtag #Wes Watson meltdown shot to top trends. The fiasco didn't just expose Wes's lack of control. It spotlighted his bizarre link-up with Doherty, a pair of fake alpha clowns where violence and flexing replaced any real substance. The brawl, while not leading to immediate arrests, triggered a Miami police investigation, piling more potential charges like threats and weapons onto Wes's already messy legal rap sheet. These new incidents aren't just surface scratches. They're the final nails in Wes Watson's total collapse. From an ex-con inspiring millions, he's morphed into a poster child for fraud, where violence, deceit, and threats have replaced any real growth. Can he claw his way out of this abyss? Or is this just the next chapter in his self-destruction cycle?